Lester Holt left with Meek Mill. NBC Meek Mill talks to Lester Holt on Dateline. And Vida explores Los Angeles gentrification. What's on TV? Dateline 7 p.m. on NBC. The Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill was released from jail last week and wasted no time in re-entering the public eye. He flew straight to a Philadelphia 76ers playoff game and began stamping on social media for prison reform. The following day, he sat down with Lester Holt to talk about the parole system, police brutality and racism in America. The exchange is being broadcast on Sunday, billed as his first television interview since his release. Sweet Bitter 8 p.m. on Stars. Stephanie Danler's novel became a cultural phenomenon when it was published 2 years ago. It follows a young woman named Tess who moves from small-town America to the big city. She enters the whirring restaurant industry, falls in love, and embarks on urban adventures. The novel now gets a screen treatment. Ella Purnell plays Tess with wide-eyed wonder. But Mike Hale, a New York Times critic, was unconvinced. There's the same studied, cautious tastefulness that you often get from a Manhattan expense account restaurant, he wrote in his review. Chelsea Rendon in Vida. Erica Parisi stars Vida 8:30 p.m. on Stars. Gentrifiers on television are typically portrayed as one disdainful type, the clueless young white man. But this new show explores young and upwardly mobile Latino Americans gentrifying their own communities in Los Angeles. Two sisters return home after their mother has died to decide what to do with the bar that she owned. They find the neighborhood deeply changed. The show is just 6 episodes, but according to the Times critic James Poniwozik, the brevity works well for a series that's all about intimate, minute observations. He named it a critic's pick. Billions 9 p.m. on Showtime. This drama was renewed for a 4th season last week, an unsurprising move considering its rabid following. It tracks the turbulent and sometimes amoral world of New York high finance, with 2 rivals played by Damian Lewis and Paul Giamatti, angling for the upper hand. Last week included an alarming Neil and Godfather tribute. This week, acts Mr. Lewis and Chuck Mr. Giamatti face mounting evidence of their involvement in the ice juice sabotage. And I'm Dying Up Here follows at 10 p.m. with its Season 2 premiere. The show explores the 1970s Los Angeles stand-up scene. What's streaming? Junior and Agnes Varda in Faces Places. Cohen Media Group Faces Places 2017 on Netflix. You might have caught Agnes Varda's two-toned bowl cut peeking out of odd places this year, at the Oscars luncheon beside Greta Gerwig, skiing down slopes or flying away above the streets of New York. But while that cardboard cutout that the French artist Junior has been taking to all these places has been charming, it's not nearly as charming as the director herself. She and Junior romped across the French countryside in their joint documentary, Faces Places, which was nominated for an Oscar this year. They look for stories to absorb and unique spots to install their massive and moving public art pieces. A version of this schedule appears in print on May 6, 2018, on page SP11 of the New York edition with the headline, What's on Sunday?